Ryan Reynolds is now trying to get his name tossed out of this lawsuit with Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, and he's even calling Justin Baldoni weak. Wow, y'all.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal.
What's up? Yes, the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, T Swizzle, Anna Kendrick, and all that is just, it still continues, okay? It has been absolutely crazy. There's been a lot more information going on as of late, and we have got to get into this information. Ryan Reynolds is trying to get his name tossed out of this lawsuit. He wants a lawsuit drop because he's saying, hey, the things that I said, the things that I put into these into this movie as the nice pool and all that stuff, that's within my constitutional right. I should be able to make fun of whoever the hell I want to make fun of if I want to. And then also on top of that, he called this man thin-skinned. He called him weak, like he can't handle a person standing up for him, not only just for himself, but also for his wife, Blake Lively. Now, you guys already know about the massive situation going on between Lively v. Baldoni. It's been insane. A lot of people have been dragged into this thing. Ryan Reynolds was dragged into this since day one, since the embryo stasis of this whole situation. It has been absolutely crazy, but I'm still kind of curious. I'm still wondering if this is a situation where Ryan Reynolds is just basically standing 10 toes down for his woman. Think about it for a second, okay? He obviously feels some type of way about Justin Baldoni, so much that we've heard stories, not only just about the nice pool story, but the fact that while they were on the Deadpool set for the Deadpool Wolverine movie, which also Hugh Jackman is allegedly being pulled into this whole lawsuit, but that's another conversation. He basically said every single time they had to go and drop a deuce, that they had to go and make a Baldoni. So again, Ryan Reynolds feels some type of way so much that he made this character, allegedly, nice pool, and used that in the movie as well. And then that guy gets riddled with bullets. Like I said, it's like he ain't never coming back no more. Okay, he gone. All right, in the movie at least, right? So again, it is very interesting to see Ryan Reynolds now sitting here saying, like, you can come at me all you want, but all I'm doing is protecting my wife. I was doing what I should be doing. And it does make you wonder, like I said, if this all has to do with him just hearing things from Blake and him not being cool with what he's been hearing from Blake. Now, does that mean whatever he did to Justin Baldoni is warranted? Hell no, it is not. You sue him or you step to him man to man, adult to adult, all right, and address the issues and talk about this whole thing. Or you go to the higher ups that are spearheading the movie, financially backing the movie, and basically say, hey, this guy is doing X, Y, and Z, and this is not cool, right? There's other ways that they could have done things that, while this movie was being created, while this movie was filming, that they could have done instead of waiting to the very, very last minute, all right, when the movie's already done and out. There's so many other things. They could have gone to HR, filed a whole bunch of stuff, gone to even SAG, right? There's, like I said, so many options that they could have had, and they never, ever did until after the movie was made. And now all the drama that we've seen and that has transpired right in front of us. I mean, come on. We've been seeing it with our own two eyes. It's been absolutely crazy. And there are certain things that could have been addressed a long time ago before a lawsuit even sprouted into their minds, right? But I digress. Ryan Reynolds is now sitting here saying, like, I want you to get me out of this lawsuit. Toss me out, because this is ridiculous. I'm doing everything within my legal right, my constitutional right. It is my First Amendment, freedom of speech. I can say whatever the hell I want about whoever I want, and especially when I'm defending and protecting my woman. Very interesting, right? So let's get into this article, guys. All right. He wants it to be tossed out and calling Justin Baldoni weak and thin-skinned. I'm sorry. Super sensitive, too sensitive. You can't take a joke, Baldoni? That's basically what he's saying, right? So Ryan Reynolds is asking a judge to let him out of an ongoing legal saga between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. And he's taking some shots at Baldoni in the process. Here's the thing. What's interesting is some people are sitting there wondering, maybe Ryan Reynolds wants nothing to do, like maybe he wants to get out of it because he wants nothing to do with this, and it's ruining his bag. It's ruining his image, his brand, etc. Right? But you can see it's kind of like, yeah, I don't want to have anything to do with this, but I'm also still going to, as I'm walking out, still get a couple jabs in real quick at Baldoni, okay? Because he's still trying to protect his wife, but he also is trying to secure that bag and save and keep his bag safe, all right? So this is very interesting. And again, no matter what, this is a bad look for not only just Baldoni and Lively, this is a bad look for Ryan Reynolds too. He's getting thrown in the mix all day long and getting ripped apart. And now even his buddy, Hugh Jackman, crikey, he's getting even thrown in that mug too. So it's very, very bad for everyone. And you know for a fact there's going to be a fourth Deadpool installment, I'm sure. And that's screwing up a multi-billion-dollar gig. Not only just for Hugh Jackman, but mainly Ryan Reynolds, okay? Because he's finally getting his moment more than just being the rom-com funny guy. He's actually getting that moment to be that A-lister that he's been trying to become for the longest time. This is screwing his bag for sure. So Ryan just filed a motion to dismiss Baldoni's defamation lawsuit against him. According to legal docs obtained by TMZ, the article we're reading here, Ryan says Justin is throwing his true colors in filing suit against him, claiming Baldoni took his quote-unquote thin-skinned outrage over a movie character and decided to go after Ryan in court, a reference to the satirical, woke, nice pool character from the new Deadpool movie, all right? Which JB thought it was an obvious shot at him. And I think we all saw it and we all could see what was going on there. And yeah, you could basically say that was a blatant shot. That was a full-on parody of Justin Baldoni. Let's just keep it real. All right. But Ryan Reynolds says Baldoni's lawsuit won't hold up in court. He says him referring to Baldoni as a predator is constitutionally protected. It's a constitutionally protected opinion. And even if not, he says it's substantially true. Oh, snap. Like I said, shots fired. He doesn't care. He's literally going like, get me out of this because I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm saying my own personal opinion. It is freedom of speech to say whatever the hell I want to say. And I'm sorry. Even on top of it being constitutionally protected, it's also true. So try me. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that, you know? So try me. It's kind of the truth, but yeah. So try me. That's basically what he's doing now. But get me out of this mess because this is BS, right? Have your thing with Blake. I'll protect her and have her back without a shadow of a doubt, but I have nothing to do with this. And I can feel that he could sit there and say, hey, you know what? This nice pool, sure, you can make that theory that it's you, but there's no facts. The character's name is not Justin. His last name or his name isn't called Baldoni. It is Nice Pool. So sure, funny how it looks a lot like Justin Baldoni with a man bun and all that stuff, but that doesn't mean that it's him. I could see Ryan Reynolds basically saying like, yo, you reading into something that doesn't even exist. All right. It's just a character. Get over it. There's 100 different variants of the Deadpool in the movie, many from many different universes, right? There's even a lady pool. There's all, a dog pool, all that stuff, right? So he could basically say in an argument, hey, listen, you can cry a river right now, but this is just one of the million of characters that we put in the movie. Cowboy Deadpool, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? There's so many different ones. But anyway, let's move on. Blake's husband also rips Baldoni's lawsuit as essentially a burn book That's a Mean Girls reference. Okay. Basically calling him an adolescent girl. Okay, let's move on. Oh my God. Ryan Reynolds is, he is Ryan Reynoldsing. Okay. Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynoldsing right now. Okay. Even in a lawsuit, he's still on camera. Does that make sense? But he's saying it's essentially a burn book, and he claims Justin is just trying to shame him for sticking up for his wife. Ryan is asking to dismiss the claims against him with prejudice so it can't be filed again. Gottlieb and Hudson, lawyers for Ryan Reynolds, tell TMZ Mr. Reynolds has a First Amendment right to express his opinion of Mr. Baldoni, which should be comforting to a group of people who have repeatedly called Miss Lively and Mr. Reynolds bullies and other names over the past year. Interesting. You got to remember, not only are they talking about Baldoni, they're also talking about the internet too. I'm sorry. Woo! So it's like, hey, if they're allowed to call us names, we should be allowed to call him names at least. And you know for a fact the court of public opinion has been out here saying certain things, putting in their opinions and all that. And we shouldn't be surprised about that kind of response, right? But at the same time, does this justify what Ryan Reynolds is accused of doing? Hell no, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. And it most definitely does not justify anything that Blake Lively is alleged of doing as well. Like I said, for them to try to drop this, drop his name out of the lawsuits would be very interesting. I don't see it happening anytime soon. Okay. Meanwhile, a spokesperson for Ryan tells us the claims filed against Ryan Reynolds are simply a list of grievances attempting to shame Mr. Reynolds for being the man Mr. Baldoni has built his brand pretending to be. A man who is quote unquote confident enough to listen to the woman in his life. Oh, shots fired. Sorry, I had to hit that button. Let me just say this, okay? Regardless, this is going to be a very interesting lawsuit because Justin Baldoni has a lot of things that are going against Blake Lively. As far as Ryan Reynolds, I don't know what he got. He may have some smoking gun evidence. There may be some, some sort of conversation that was caught in text messages or voice memos or something like that. And we have yet to see that so far. But Ryan Reynolds stepping up, basically saying like, hey, get me out of this. But by the way, I shouldn't be in here, but I will say that you're weak. Justin, you're weak. That's some wild stuff. Okay. And that is a statement. That is a statement. Okay. To put out here while you are trying to get out of a lawsuit. But what say you guys? What say you guys on this? To me, Ryan Reynolds will be put in here. Doesn't matter. He will stay in. He will not get tossed out because Justin Baldoni in his lawsuit has stated that he was a part of certain things, that Ryan Reynolds did threaten him with his career and whatnot. Let's not forget the agent, okay, the CEO of William Morris Endeavor, firing him solely because of Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's influence on Ari Emanuel. Let's not forget all that too. So no matter what, this man, Ryan Reynolds, doesn't matter how Ryan Reynolds he is in this lawsuit, it does not matter. He will stay in this lawsuit, whether he likes it or not. If a judge decides to say, yep, dismiss him, let him go, that will be some wild stuff. Because it's going to be very tough for him to sit there and say, oh yeah, that's just a character that I created. It has nothing to do with Justin Baldoni, yet it's very Baldoni. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be very tough, especially when you see, even while he's trying to get out of the lawsuit, he's just throwing digs at Baldoni. You know, he clearly has something against him. And let's not forget the SNL 50 anniversary, right? Hey, how things been? Everything's fine. Why? What why do you ask? That whole thing, very much. He's feeling some type of way and still feeling some type of way about whatever Justin Baldoni is alleged of doing. The only other thing I could think of is the only theory I have is Blake Lively is lying throughout the whole thing across the board, not only on this lawsuit against Justin Baldoni, but lying to Ryan Reynolds as well. And Ryan Reynolds, because he's a doting husband, this is the mother of his children and all that, okay? Maybe he's going, I believe her because she's my wife, and I have no other choice but to stand 10 toes down for my wife. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe Ryan Reynolds is just in the dark as anybody else. That's possible. Or they may have some smoking gun evidence that shows something different. I don't know. But this is getting very interesting. And man, Deadpool is Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. You know what I'm saying? Even in a lawsuit, even when he's filing documents trying to get out of a lawsuit, it's unbelievable. But what say you guys? Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button down below. Crush that subscribe button. And we'll talk here very soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.